Man, what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you, man, this morning. TGIF, man, thank goodness it is Friday, man. Thank God it's Friday. Just want to send much blessings and peace and love out to everybody. Now, as we all know, the Los Angeles Lakers fell short yet again last night to the OKC Thunder. And as everybody know by now, the OKC Thunder have only won 2 games all year. And those 2 games have been to the Los Angeles Lakers. And both of those games, the Lakers were without LeBron James. And I said yesterday, what did I say in the video yesterday? On my way while I was traveling, I said, well, the Lakers lost to OKC. They had a big lead and they blew it. And they're not going to let this happen again. I said because of LeBron James. But guess what? Lo and behold, they say LeBron has a abdominal strain and would be out for the week. I think what they're really trying to do with LeBron's age right now is any kind of nick or bruise or whatever they are. And LeBron, with that mind state too, it's like, you know what? I played all 82 once before. You know, it is what it is at this point. It's not necessarily load management. If I'm hurt, then this team needs to try to mesh and gel together anyway, because we all know when he's on the floor with them, the offense is going to have flow and there's going to be leadership, and you know what sets is going to be run and you know what is going to happen because you have the highest IQ of all time as a floor general, regardless if you have Russell Westbrook on the floor, who many might still think is detrimental. And some might think that I'm living in delusion. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I think that it's still going to work out just fine, and the Lakers are still going to win the championship. There's no way anybody is pushing panic button right now just because the Lakers are 5-4, and you would have looked at the schedule early on in the season, you probably would have been thinking maybe, 8-1, 7-2, especially having played the Rockets twice and OKC. But, you are without LeBron James, and you see what happens. And now you can go back and see their record, as I said before, even when LeBron was in Cleveland. Even with Kyrie, without LeBron, no victories. Do you understand the importance of his play and what he brings to the table every time he step out on the floor? If you cannot see that, then you got a smooth ass brain. At this point in your life, if you're still a LeBron James hater, then you got a smooth brain, because it's obvious when the man is out, the teams lose, and you can't sit up here and tell me that, oh, well, it's because he's so ball down and when he's gone, they don't know what to do. Man, you in the damn NBA. You can run offensive sets. The OKC Thunder sure know what to do. I'm telling you that right now. When you have a Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis and Carmelo Anthony, and then you have other players that's easily capable of scoring and defending, then there is no excuse in this whole entire world for the Lakers to have lost to OKC last night. But y'all tell y'all, I've been traveling, I've been doing a lot, as you all know. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is, when you on the road and you traveling, you don't have time to place a bet. That's the best thing in the world, because I probably would have lost a hell of a lot of money last night. I probably would have lost, and I would have took the Lakers straight up, -6.5, -5.5, or whatever. I would have took it, because no way in the world. And I don't care. And I know Anthony Davis hurt his thumb, and I know he went down. I know he went down in that second half. You understand what I'm saying? I know he came back out and he wasn't as aggressive after hurting his hand. But at the end of the day, you are still Anthony Davis, and you need to dominate in the paint more and stop trying to shoot all these 17 and 18-foot jump shots. There's nothing wrong with getting down low, And that's one thing about LeBron James, because he can give you that great low post entry pass to get Anthony Davis right to him in his sweet spot. And there's no excuse for Russell Westbrook only having 1 or 2 assists going into the fourth quarter. Although for once in his life, he didn't have, I want to say, any turnovers, maybe 1 or 2 turnovers at the most. And then he turned it over at the worst time ever, when you have a chance, and you had Austin Reeves trailing. You had a lot of good things going for you, but yet you decide to go straight up to the basket. I don't know if you're trying to draw contact and get yourself 2 free throws, which he was, perfect from the line, which that's outstanding. But at the end of the day, Russ needs to be held accountable, and that's the one good thing about LeBron James being on this team. Because if anybody's going to hold him accountable, then you already know it's LeBron James. We'll hold him accountable. And, you know, when they meet and when they watch film, it'll be something that'll be discussed. LeBron is not going to be afraid to say anything. The coach isn't. You understand what I'm saying? But what the Lakers need to start doing is getting better on the defensive end. I said it before the season. I said it before the season. But, you know, people made a mockery of it. People talk, you know, had things to say, blase this and blase that. But what did I say? I said Caruso, what he brought to the defensive table, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, what he brought to the defensive end of the floor. Both of them. So the Lakers have been top 3 in defense the past 2 years under Frank Vogel. If Frank Vogel was good for any damn thing else, is he had his squad playing D. But you can only play so much D as what your personnel will allow you to play. And what the Lakers did in that fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken, they got outscored 35-14. So the Lakers always used to go on dry spells during the game. You know, they could go on dry spells during the game, but when you go on an offensive drought, then you have to come back there with some defense and go back down on the other end and get some stops. But that's not what you was doing, Lakers. You was not going back down and you was not getting stops. And that is unacceptable. Now, I understand you're going to have Shane Gilchrist Alexander just pull out there from damn near half court and just pull up with 16, 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Foul! And dotting some I's out there, you understand? It is what it is. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I didn't bet any money. But at the end of the day, it's just yet another learning experience. But it's also going to show you that LeBron James is the damn greatest. Because without LeBron James, you see what happens. And for all the people who, you know, were Laker fans and didn't want to see LeBron James come over to the fold and didn't even realize that the Lakers franchise was irrelevant for 7 or 8 years. Even in Kobe's last years, not even making the playoffs, not even being relevant in the NBA, which is a travesty. When you have a team like a franchise like the Los Angeles Lakers with the greats of Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Kareem, Wilt, Magic, Kobe, Shaq. Come on now. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And for LeBron James to sit, now what's going to happen? Got to go on up to the great Northwest, on up there to Portland. And you know when you go on up there to Portland, that's not an easy place to play at. And you have Dame Dollar, who loves to get the crowd going. And then, you know, that's just what it is. You know, the Lakers, I think sometimes they play down to their opponent. So I think they will be ready to play at Portland. I wouldn't doubt that Russ is going to be ready to give it his all against Dame. But, you know, the quicker LeBron James can get back to better, because in the West, we all know seeding is important. And the Lakers definitely do not need to be blowing gimme games to lesser teams. You understand what I'm saying? So the meat of the schedule will be coming up soon. And, you know, I'm not in any kind of doubt that the Lakers will not get their things together, even on the defensive side of the floor. Because when you bring in 9 new players or whatever it was, 9 new players, then it's going to take a while to build that team cohesiveness. And people, when they think about that, they tend to only think about on the offensive side of the ball. Well, there's 2 sides in basketball. So on the defensive end, you have to learn a coach's system, and you have to be able to learn, you know, how to play with one another. You know, as far as even when you bring a double team, where to help, where to come from the weak side, when the ball is swung around the court, who to rotate out, you know, especially in this game where there's so many threes now, you really, that extra pass, you got to know where that rotate help is going to come from. And that's what people fail to realize. They think, oh, the defense in the 80s and 90s was so tough because they could foul the hell out of you. That doesn't mean the defense was better. There's a lot of illegal defense back then. You could barely play zone. Even the great Michael Jordan out of his own mouth said, what did he say? Oh, had it been zone, I wouldn't have had the career I had. He said that. Go look it up. I wouldn't have had the career I had. Even AI, when he was coming into the league, said, damn, why they have to just switch it up on me? I was about to go ham, which he was going ham anyway. You know what I mean? I'm finna get East Coast on y'all. You feel me? Now I'm just playing, but I'm just saying, man, the Lakers got to get it together. Still doesn't concern me. I'm still not pushing the panic button, but I think they will. I know they will. And, you know, we all in this together, everybody. So don't everybody be sad or be blue or anything like that, because at the end of the day, when you have a healthy LeBron James, a healthy Anthony Davis, I'm taking my chances with the Lakers over any team in the league when those two are healthy and ready to go, but not when Anthony Davis is injured and he's mentally not prepared. Even Kevin Durant said AD was a video game. Cheap. You understand? And that's coming from Kevin Durant, who he the video game cheap. If you ask me, 7 foot tall, can just pull up, got the mid-range, the three-pointers. You understand? But that kind of brings me back. I know a lot of people was mad I had KD ranked so high in my rankings, but hey, to me it is what it is, and he got a lot of career left. You know, like I said, I'm not a hater. You know, people got to understand, man, you could be a fan of something without being just opposed and against the other thing and being a hater of the other thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with this country and in this world. There's so much divisiveness. They want to divide you about everything, and just to have you arguing so they can go ahead and get away with the things they get away with to be able to be in control. You understand? But manifest your destiny, man. Manifest your destiny. You know, bring it into existence, what it will for you to be. As long as you are positive and believe, then you believe in anything and you can make it happen. And damn it, that's what I'm about to do for the Lakers. Because I'm telling you right now, even without LeBron James, they about to go on a win streak. Mark my words. We gonna see. We are going to see. So the Lakers got the game coming up here at Portland. I will be having a pregame show of that. Like I said, I will have my list, y'all. I'm traveling, but the countdown coming. It's not like y'all don't know. It's not like you don't know who on. I said I went through what? I've had 32 people so far. And I said it's going to be a 35 to 40 list damn near, because I had a couple of ties in there, of course, you know, with Dominique. But at the end of the day, it's coming. It's coming real soon. So I appreciate everybody, man, for the love and the support, you know, of me going through these dark times. We all had that, but you know what I'm saying? Every dark cloud has a silver lining, and I am never worried nor am I afraid. So with that being said, man, this is your boy B New. I'm saying right on to the real, and much love to these haters. I'm out.